As a therapist, I listen to mothers who are on the edge. As a friend, I listen to mothers who are on the edge. And walking down the street, I observe mothers who are on the edge of breakdown. And yet, that privilege is not theirs. Because right now, little Emily is about to put her fingers in little Peter's nose or eyes, and that needs to be attended to rather than imminent mental, emotional collapse. In the past, there was a village to help raise children. In the past, we lived near our mothers. Down the road. In the past, women weren't working, so there were women's groups, tea mornings, connection with other mothers on a broader scale. And often women didn't work. And in the case of many women in the past generations, having children was what gave their life meaning. And I'm not saying that having children doesn't give meaning now, but it gave a greater substantial portion of their self-identity. Whereas women these days have often have a career as well as bringing up children, as well as often being the mother and the father to the children, and the priest, and the school administrator, and sometimes even the educator, homeschooling. And it's just too many roles for one person to healthily hold without the support of a village. And women who I listen to crying, where did I go wrong? What should I have done? It feels fairly constantly expressing to these women that I feel they have gone wrong nowhere. Society has gone wrong. Women who are just distraught. Women who haven't felt that other women are also finding that 95% of being a mother is. It's hard for me to say this because I'm not a mother, but it's 95% hell. You haven't slept more than 2-3 hours. You've got kids saying, "Mommy, mommy, 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 mommy." And if you found that annoying for the whole day, "Mommy, mommy, mommy," worried about whether you're doing it right, worried about whether the children are going to be okay. Often, with the whole stress of it, then having complications with the partner and just being physically run down. The statues that are in most cities around the world to men who have conquered. I would be very interested to see how they would cope, these famous heroes, in a room by themselves with two small children, even one, for, well, I could say a week, but even an hour. And I think they would discombobulate. That's a nice word, isn't it? I think they would just come apart. So, though it's 95% hell, it does appear that that 5% of beauty, of feeling the child breastfeeding, of the small child saying, "Mummy, I love you," that moment of pure love, which is not all of the time, just a small, maybe for an instant of a day, appears to be worth more than the 95% of hell. However, I would like to put out there to mothers that you are not the only mothers who are on the edge, hating a lot of what it means to be a mother, wishing for half an hour to be alone. I know someone who has 3 children. I went to the beach with her and she went swimming and she swam. It was in the Irish Sea. In the Irish Sea, and she started swimming. And she thought, I can just keep swimming and not go back. And it was a serious, unconscious drive to just get away and of course, keep swimming into death. You don't you don't find land swimming in where she was. She came back. I hear other stories of women who are just like dreaming of death, and even that is a privilege. So this is a heartening message to women who are mothers, who are thinking they are the only people not coping, and I feel that this is actually an epidemic that is just going by unheard, unsaid, and that it actually makes it worse for women feeling that they're alone in it. You're not. And the day will come when there are statues in cities of women, mothers, with vomit on them, shit, tired dark rings under their eyes, holding children with love, because it is heroic.